So there was a shooting in Butler, Pennsylvania. No one's talking about it anymore. But a smelly, pimply-faced incel by the name of Thomas Matthew Crooks tried to put a bullet into President Trump's head. Some new information has come out. He visited the range 43 times in roughly the past year, going as often as 3 to 6 times in 1 month. 80% of the time he was practicing with his rifle, not his handgun. I would love to know how someone has that information. And to check this out, he was so obsessed. So this tells me he was planning this. He was probably planning for a while. He was so obsessed that he actually went on holidays, Christmas Day, Halloween, and Valentine's Day. That one's no shock because he's an incel. Where else would he be on Valentine's Day?
Right.
For planning to kill the president. And here's my question that no one's answered. 2 of them. Number 1, what were those overseas accounts? First, they were encrypted. First, I heard they were bank accounts. Then I heard they were just email accounts. We haven't heard anything about those, which leads me to my next question. Who's paying for the range time? Who's paying for the ammo? Who paid for the drone? I don't know anything about where he goes, but range time is a little spendy depending on where you go. Ammo's always expensive now. I mean, some rounds more than others. I say this as someone who used to own guns. Again, I lost mine in a tragic boating accident on one of the Great Lakes. I think it was Lake Louisiana up there next to Wisconsin. But I would love to know who is paying for all this, because this stuff's not cheap. And how come we're not hearing anything? We did see some video today about, and we can. Do you guys have it? There's a lot of cursing in it. One of the local cops, he's got his camera on, and he says, "I effing told the Secret Service to effing put someone on that effing building, and they effing told me that they had men for the building, but no one was there except for the smelly, pimply-faced incel who tried to take out our president."
Yeah, according to some of the reports, too, is that when it comes down to who was in charge, and we talked about this last night, the site agent, the agent who was in charge of the site, this was her first time running something like this. They said she was unprepared, she was incompetent, she changed all the rules, she wasn't doing the same quality of security that they normally expect. It was a disaster waiting to happen, and it all seems to be perfect. Have somebody who doesn't know what they're doing at the first time at a situation like this in a venue like this, and all of a sudden it just so happens that's the exact same day that some 20-year-old kid outsmarts everybody in the Secret Service and gets on the roof and takes 8 shots. Again, I'm not one to toot my own horn, but toot. I'm not buying it.
If you haven't seen the Wall Street Journal today, exclusive in there by Jack Gillum, James Grimaldi, James Finelli, and Ryan Barber. Headline: Video show police at Trump rally airing frustration with Secret Service. Police body cam footage obtained by the Journal reveals moments after former president was shot. And the article goes through exactly what Kevin's explaining here, that there was a lot of frustration on the ground. And again, the more we find out, I know they want to not talk about it anymore, like it's never happened. But man, I'll just stay with what I'm saying. I'm looking for the one thing that makes me say, "Oh, okay," and I'm still not finding it.
Right, that makes it believable. Now we have the new body cam footage from the one of the officers, the officer that was boosted by his fellow officer to try to get up to the roof to see what was going on. And you see him, kind of being hoisted up, and all of a sudden he drops down because, the kid pointed the gun at him.
Right.